Let's talk about holiday meals. Let's talk about Kansas City Steak Company's prime rib roast. You're going to choose a 3.5 to 4 pound roast, or you'll choose a 4.5 to 5 pound roast, or a 5.5 to 6 pound roast, and you'll choose it either in classic or traditional rub. Now, both will come along with, thank you, ma'am, both of those will come along with a packet of the signature seasoning. So you can use that or not. It all depends, and there will also be a cooking guide because an internal meat thermometer is your friend. Chef Ralph Pallarino is joining us. Nice to have you back, Chef. This is something, and I just hand sanitized, that's why my hands are a little wet. These are very, very important. What you have on the outside is what I like to call meat candy.
Oh, yeah.
What you have inside is juicy, tender prime rib.
That's right here. So, like David said, look at this. See that? We didn't sear this, David, because that would be like too difficult. We don't want extra steps. What we did do...
Why gild the lily?
That's right. We left just enough fat on this top that when it hits that 375-degree oven, it's going to caramelize. It's going to crisp up, and it's going to self-baste this beautiful prime rib.
Help us understand the difference between the classic and the traditional rub.
100%. Okay, so let me just put this over here. Beautiful slice. Okay, so this, what we have here, is the traditional rub. Basically, it smells and tastes like the holidays. Coriander, thyme, carrots, onions. It's the holidays. It smells, and what it does is give you just that hint of taste. Not overwhelming. Let me cut you a little piece here.
Please.
How about, you want a little deckle?
A little bit of the soft deckle? Sure.
There you go. Try that. Okay.
Lovely.
You got it.
All right, here we go. Hello, old friend.
Yeah.
This is the holidays to me.
Yeah, that's what it tastes like. And it takes the guesswork out of it because now, you know, I've been talking a lot about people using their smell to get hungry, not just their eyes, right? So you walk in somewhere and you smell this.
Use all your senses, right?
Yes, yes. And I want everyone to see the balance of fat and meat because a lot of times prime rib gets kind of a bad rap because people are like, well, it's too fatty for me. I want everyone to look at this. Look at that balance. That is just a little bit of fat right here, a little bit on top, but this is all meat, David. All meat.
Now, people wonder where the ribeye steak comes from. It comes from the prime rib roast.
That is correct, yeah.
So if you're looking to grill a great ribeye, and the reason you love ribeye is because it's so juicy, so tender, so full of flavor.
Yep.
That comes from this same roast. That's why these are so very popular. And as we get into the middle, that's more of a medium rare.
That's right. So let's talk about now, how do you cook this, David?
Please.
Because a lot of people say, well, whoa, it looks like a beautiful piece of meat, Ralph, but it looks overwhelming. Let me tell you. It's not.
And I don't want to mess it up.
That's right. This is going to be, I don't want to say 100, I'll say 99.9% chance, perfectly consistent. That's what we're known for, and this will be perfect on the center of your table. Here we go. So this is how it comes. Frozen solid in a cooler, dry ice. The netting, you'll notice the netting. That's going to ensure even cooking so you're not fussing with it. Once it goes into the oven, that's it. Now, what we do is we put it in the refrigerator, David, for about 3 days. We want to thaw it out completely. The day of our big event, we put it on the countertop. Get it to room temperature because you don't want cold meat in a hot oven, right? Then all we do is take a pan like this. You don't even have to put vegetables on it. Put it in the oven, 1.5 hours. Take it out, tent it with some aluminum foil for about 25 minutes, and then just slice away, and that's all you do. Because we've basically made this almost cook itself. We left just enough fat, you don't have to baste it. And because of that netting, it ensures even cooking. So you're not fussing with it, you're not basting, you're just literally resting it, and then you just slice away. We recommend 6 to 8 ounce portions. That's what gives you how much each of these feeds.
Right.
And I believe page 19 of the bigger book will give you those cooking instructions.
Page 19.
Is it page 19?
There's not a page 19.
Oh, that's a newer one, yeah.
Goes through page 11.
Yeah, okay.
There's a bone-in prime rib.
Yeah. Right here. Yeah.
Done this.
Yeah, I guess this is the newer book. I don't know.
All right, well, I can show you the bone-in because it's similar.
Yeah.
This is it. The bone-in prime rib roast?
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
Yep, perfect.
So just pretend that your bones aren't there. Ignore those. And follow the cooking instructions. Now, it's very important to let meat rest because as meat rests after you take it out of its heat source, it will go up in temperature by about 20 degrees, 10 to 20 degrees?
10 degrees, yeah. So I like to take it out about 123, raise it up to about 133, and like you say, the ends will be more medium well, okay? And the middle will, of course, be more of a medium rare or medium. Now, do not cut right away into the center of the prime rib roast.
Right.
Start slicing on the, towards the end to the middle, and then you'll get different slices for different people because you're going to have people over.
Now, we're shipping either immediately, 12/9, and auto delivery has 3 total shipments. Now, April of 25 and December of 25. Since launch, we have taken orders for over 3,500. And let's talk about how many these will serve. If I go for the 3.5 to 4 pound roast, how many will that serve?
About 8.
Okay.
6 to 8.
4.5 pound to 5 pound.
But 8 to 10.
Okay, and 5.5 pound to 6.
10 to 14.
10 to 14. And we're shipping either now, 12/9, or auto delivery, and you may choose classic or traditional. Now, everyone will receive a packet of your seasoning mixture. Here it is. And this seasoning mixture is a mixture of salt, pepper, garlic, and some other secret seasonings that Ralph won't tell me about. This is very important because something like this can go a long way toward adding flavor, say, to the classic, or you can save it for other cuts of meat that you're doing.
Yeah, I was doing a Q2 show yesterday, and I had half one left, and it's in my fridge waiting for the most unbelievable cheesesteak you ever had in your life.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so believe it or not, when we say, when we just went through how many that feeds, that's based on 6 to 8 ounce portions. To me, 6 ounces is a lot of meat, especially something as rich and decadent as the prime is known for. Because, David, this is the most heavily marbled piece of steak on the cattle. Look at that.
And where you see heavy marbling, you see heavy flavor.
That's right.
And that's what's so great about this. Please don't, oh, hello, friend.
So look at that first, so what I was telling you about how the ends tend to be a little more medium. So look at that slice. That would be perfect for someone who likes more of a medium plus. And again, because we let it sit for about 20, 25 minutes, the juices are still in here. So this may not look super juicy. It's because we let it rest.
This part is the decal.
Yes.
You hear us talk about the
Right
decal.
there.
The decal is the soft part of the prime rib. And you're going to, I've been in fights over decal before.
Yeah, well, it's like
the
filet mignon.
The
with tons.
decal is lovely.
Yeah.
If you are lucky enough to get the decal or can request it, request it. Rachel, did you want some prime rib roast?
Oh, look at that.
I thought you'd never ask.
All right, we have clean forks right there.
Thank you. Oh my
Okay,
Help yourself.
Decal.
Is this the traditional or is this the
This
classic?
is the classic.
Classic. Okay, what's the difference between the two?
So the traditional is basically coriander, thyme, celery, kind of like the taste and smell of the holidays, right?
Okay.
And then the classic is just a blank canvas that you can have fun with.
Amazing.
You can use the steak seasoning that comes with it,
Yep.
or
Yep.
your own blend.
Yep.
Tender.
Okay.
Right.
Tender.
Yes.
Juicy.
Yep.
You gave me a little bit that had a nice crisp on the outside. Oh, my
You
goodness.
know what I call that? Meat candy.
Yeah. So, and you could just get, see how, look at that. Like that. And that's because we just left a little fat on there. So now it's self-basting itself.
Yes.
So when you put it in the oven, think about what you could do in an hour and a half.
Right.
Right? And that's it. You just walk and then you just
The flavor.
Yeah.
The flavor is amazing. And that wasn't even the one that has
No.
the extra spices,
Yeah.
right?
Well, because the meat, it's so heavily
meat is-
marbled. Prime rib is
Great.
prime rib.
It's
so.
good. Oh, wow, is that good?
All right, Rachel, you go ahead and get ready for your next
I
presentation.
will.
I'm going to wrap this up and remind everyone, if you're looking for the tradition that so many of our QVC families have enjoyed for decades, it's the prime rib roast from Kansas City Steak Company. We are super excited about it. Chef Ralph Palorino, good to have you back, sir.
Thank you, David.
Nice to see you, Val. All right, we're going to go straight to Rachel now, who's got something great from Green Pan that cooks mighty slow.
You know what's really